All right, I got this question a whole bunch of times in the comments about how often do you do the 369? Do you need to do it once, twice, 300 times? And this is my honest opinion. Now, this can also apply to other manifestation techniques, doing things, 30-day challenges, stuff like that. But just based on personal experience and personal preference, whenever I write out my manifestations, whether it be on a new moon or some type of astrological event, or just when I want to manifest something, I don't feel like it's necessary to continuously do something, like do it as like a ritual that lasts over an extended period of time. Now, personally, for me, I've never had to continuously push and do something for it to happen. Like, I didn't have to do, like, oh, let me do this for 30 days or 90 days, 60 days. I just write it once and I let it go. Now, granted, I may go back and maybe I want to add something or tweak it, but I feel like once it starts to feel like a chore and it starts to feel like you're pushing for your manifestations to happen instead of like pulling them towards you, you're not leaving enough room for like the energy to flow and for things to just be and for you to kind of like detach from the outcome and the expectations. Then you've kind of lost the whole point of manifesting. Manifesting is really supposed to be something that feels really good. It's not supposed to feel boring. It's not supposed to feel like a chore. It's not supposed to feel like I have to do this. And if I don't do this, then nothing's going to happen. My manifestation is not going to happen. Okay. The energetic work is just one part of it. I think there's like a three-part process, really. It's like the energetic spiritual work where you're actually writing down intentions or visualizing or feeling, scripting, whatever it is. That's part one. Then the next part is like the detachment part. It's like, I'm going to step back from this now. I'm going to let that simmer in the atmosphere. And then there's an active part where you're out there living life, where you're maybe striving towards your goals. Maybe you're doing things that aid to your self improvement. So there's like three parts. You don't want to get stuck in one part. Okay. The three parts to manifestation. I didn't know this video was going to go like this, but I just thought of it. So the three parts of manifestation is first you have to, know what you want. Know what you want. You do focus on it for a bit. You think about it, you feel it, you fully embody it like it's yours. You write that down. Okay. You leave it alone. You walk away from it. You go do other stuff. You detach from the outcome. Don't know exactly how it's going to happen, how it's going to work. Okay. If you watched the last video about my motivations, when I was talking about that, that's going to play a key role in if you need to do any extra planning or strategizing or not. Okay. So there's that. And then there's the action part where you are actively doing things to aid towards whatever it is you're trying to bring into your life, whether that's a relationship, that could be you're just enjoying your own company, learning yourself more, dating yourself in preparation for a relationship, or, getting ready to make a career move, learning your skills, mastering skills, taking classes, whatever it is. You're just living life waiting for whatever it is to happen. Okay. So what happens when you get stuck in one of these categories for too long is then there's like some friction, there's some resistance, there's some imbalance because you don't want to get stuck in the trap of just like constantly focusing on the desire, writing them down. And then the universe is getting a little confused because like, okay, you're just still writing and we're trying to materialize it. So you got to stop at some point, you know? Or it's like you get too attached to it and then it kind of creates some resistance there too. So you don't want to be too attached. All right. If it starts to feel like you're too attached, you don't even need to do all that. But it is an experiment. So if you want to experiment doing something for 10 days, 7 days, 30 days, I would do it until it doesn't feel good anymore. Like if it feels good, keep doing it. If not, stop. Plain and simple. So there's no cut and dry yes, no answer. It works different for everybody. For me, I only do things like once, maybe twice, and then leave it alone. Um, and then you don't want to get stuck too much in the detachment part either. I mean, you want to still have some type of connection to what it is that you want. All right. You're just not attached to how it's going to happen and when, but you know what you want. Nothing wrong with that. Okay. And then the last thing is you don't want to be too much in the make it happen phase either, where you're pushing and pushing, you're doing different things like it gotta happen like this and that, and like you're working really hard, you're in your masculine energy. So it's a balance between masculine energy and feminine being receptive, pulling things, masculine being action, doing things, putting energy out. You need both, okay, when it comes down to manifesting. So make sure you're not getting caught up in one all the time. Bring balance. It's a matter of, yes, you want to be involved, but also you don't want to be too involved. So, you know, you could try out those 30-day challenges, write it out 30 days. But if it starts feeling like a chore, starts feeling not good, don't push through that. Just leave it alone, let it be. So, my advice, just do whatever that feels good until it doesn't feel good. That's your sign you're pushing it too much, too hard. All right. So that's what any manifestation method, but me, I'm not doing it. All the extra stuff. It's just too much. So I hope that this helps you guys have a better idea of how to approach it.